Did you know that the simple foods sitting in your kitchen right now could influence how your body ages, how well your organs function, and even how many healthy years you get to enjoy? Aging is something every person experiences, but the way we age is not completely out of our control. The choices we make every day, especially the foods we eat regularly, can have a powerful effect on our health span. The number of years we live with strength, energy, and independence. Many people focus only on lifespan, meaning how long they live. But living longer does not always mean living better. The real goal is to extend the years when your body is working at its best. As we grow older, important changes begin happening inside our cells. Our blood vessels become less flexible, inflammation can increase, our metabolism can slow down, and the balance of healthy bacteria in our gut can change. These changes are part of what scientists call the hallmarks of aging. Over time, these internal changes can contribute to many health problems associated with aging, including heart disease, certain cancers, and cognitive decline. But here's the encouraging part. Research shows that lifestyle choices, especially nutrition, can influence many of these aging processes. The foods we eat can help support healthier blood vessels, reduce unnecessary inflammation, improve metabolism, and protect the systems that keep our bodies functioning. So, if you could choose only a few foods to include regularly in your diet to support healthy aging, which ones would make the biggest difference? Today, we are going to look at 5 foods that have been studied for their connection to longevity and better health as we age. The first food is something many people already use every day, but they may not realize just how valuable it can be: extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil has been a major part of Mediterranean-style eating for generations, and this eating pattern has consistently been linked with better health outcomes. But when we talk about olive oil, it is important to be specific. We are not simply talking about ordinary olive oil. We are talking about extra virgin olive oil, often called EVOO, because this is the form that contains the highest levels of beneficial plant compounds. Large human studies, including the Nurses' Health Study and the Health Professionals Follow-Up Study, have found that people who consumed higher amounts of extra virgin olive oil had a significantly lower risk of death from all causes. Researchers call this measurement all-cause mortality, which simply means looking at the overall risk of dying from any reason. The benefits were not limited to just one area. Higher olive oil consumption was also associated with lower risks related to cardiovascular disease, cancer, and cognitive decline. What makes this even more interesting is that the amount needed for benefits is actually quite realistic. Studies suggest that around 1 to 4 tablespoons per day can be associated with positive effects, with about 3 tablespoons being a practical target for many people. At first, 3 tablespoons might sound like a lot, but when you look at how Mediterranean diets use olive oil, it becomes very easy to include. You can cook eggs with extra virgin olive oil instead of butter in the morning. You can add an olive oil-based dressing to your salad at lunch. At dinner, you can use it when roasting vegetables, chicken, or fish. By simply replacing less healthy fats with high-quality olive oil, you can naturally reach that amount throughout the day. But what makes extra virgin olive oil so special? The answer comes from the olive itself, which is the fruit of the olive tree. During the pressing process, many of the valuable compounds from the olive remain in the oil, including powerful plant chemicals called polyphenols. These polyphenols, including compounds such as hydroxytyrosol and oleocanthal, have been studied for their anti-inflammatory properties and their ability to support the lining of blood vessels. And healthier blood vessels are extremely important because your circulation affects almost every organ in your body, especially as you get older. To get the most benefit from extra virgin olive oil, the quality matters. Choosing the right type and storing it properly can make a big difference. To get the most benefit from extra virgin olive oil, the quality matters. Choosing the right type and storing it properly can make a big difference. The first thing to look for is the packaging. The best options usually come in dark, opaque glass bottles or metal containers. Avoid clear glass bottles because exposure to light can gradually damage the valuable compounds inside the oil. Plastic containers are also not the ideal choice because the quality of the oil can be affected over time. Once you bring your extra virgin olive oil home, where you store it matters as well. Keep it in a cool, dark place, such as a closed pantry or cabinet. Avoid placing it near the stove or a sunny window because heat and light can break down the beneficial polyphenols that make extra virgin olive oil so valuable. Another helpful tip is to look for what experts call monovarietal olive oils. This means the oil comes from one specific variety of olive rather than a mixture of different types. Certain olive varieties naturally contain higher levels of polyphenols, giving you a more concentrated source of these beneficial compounds. For Spanish olive oils, varieties such as Picual olives are known for their high polyphenol content. For Italian olive oils, varieties like Moriolo and Coritina are often recognized for their strong nutritional profile. And among Greek olive oils, Koroneiki olives are especially valued because they contain high levels of beneficial plant compounds. The goal is not simply to buy the most expensive bottle on the shelf. The goal is to choose a high-quality extra virgin olive oil that preserves the natural compounds that support your health. Now, let's move to the second food that can support healthy aging: walnuts. Walnuts are one of those simple foods that can easily become part of your daily routine. They are a member of the tree nut family, along with almonds, pistachios, and cashews. But walnuts stand out because of their unique combination of nutrients. Large studies looking at nut consumption have found that people who regularly eat tree nuts tend to have a lower risk of death from all causes. In research involving large groups of people, regular nut consumption was associated with about a 20% lower risk of mortality. The amount needed is surprisingly small. You do not need to eat large quantities of walnuts every day. A small handful, around 1 ounce, is enough. For walnuts, that is approximately 7 whole walnuts, or about 14 walnut halves. So why are walnuts connected with better health? The answer is their impressive collection of bioactive compounds. Walnuts contain plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, along with antioxidants, fiber, plant protein, and healthy monounsaturated fats. Together, these nutrients work in several important ways. They help support healthier blood vessels, reduce inflammation, improve metabolism, and provide nutrients needed for tissue repair and overall body function. This is important because many of the problems linked with aging are connected to these same areas. Chronic inflammation, declining blood vessel function, and changes in metabolism can all increase the risk of health problems over time. Foods like walnuts help target these areas naturally. Another important point is what happens when people replace highly processed snacks with whole foods like nuts. This simple change can improve metabolic health in measurable ways. Instead of reaching for chips, cookies, or other ultra-processed foods, choosing walnuts provides your body with nutrients that actually support long-term health. To get the most out of walnuts, there are a few things to remember. First, choose whole walnut halves instead of small, broken pieces whenever possible. The intact halves look almost like butterfly wings, and they stay fresh longer because they are less exposed to air. The healthy fats inside walnuts can become damaged through oxidation, which can affect freshness and quality. After buying walnuts, storage is also important. Many people leave them sitting in the pantry, but walnuts are better stored in a sealed container inside the refrigerator. The cooler environment helps protect the delicate omega-3 fats and keeps the walnuts fresh for a longer period. Adding walnuts to your daily routine is simple. You can eat them as a snack, mix them into yogurt, add them to salads, or include them in homemade trail mixes. They support multiple areas of health at the same time by feeding beneficial gut bacteria through their fiber, providing plant-based protein for muscle support, and supplying compounds that help maintain circulation and metabolism. And this brings us to an important pattern. These foods may work in different ways, but they all support the same goal: helping your body maintain better function as you grow older. Because healthy aging is not something that begins only when you are already older. The choices you make today can influence how your body performs years from now. And there is another everyday food that many people already enjoy, but few realize has been studied for its connection to longevity. And there is another everyday food that many people already enjoy, but few realize has been studied for its connection to longevity: coffee. For many people, coffee is simply a morning habit. It helps them feel more awake, focused, and ready for the day. But research suggests that coffee may offer benefits that go far beyond its caffeine content. In fact, large population studies involving more than 500,000 people have found that regular coffee drinkers had a lower risk of death from all causes compared with those who did not regularly consume coffee. The amount associated with these benefits was around 2 to 5 cups per day. Of course, individual tolerance varies, but for many healthy adults, moderate coffee consumption can fit into a healthy lifestyle. So, what makes coffee so interesting from a health perspective? The answer is not just caffeine. Coffee contains hundreds of plant compounds, including powerful polyphenols such as chlorogenic acid and caffeic acid. These compounds act as antioxidants, helping protect cells from damage and supporting many processes involved in healthy aging. These natural compounds can help reduce inflammation, support better circulation, and improve metabolic health. Coffee has also been associated with benefits for liver health. Research has found that regular coffee consumption is linked with a lower risk of chronic liver disease, which is especially important because the liver plays a major role in detoxification, metabolism, and overall health. But coffee's potential benefits do not stop there. Brain health becomes increasingly important as we age, and maintaining cognitive function is a major part of improving health span. Coffee has been associated with supporting brain function, helping people stay mentally alert while also providing compounds that may protect against age-related changes. However, how you drink your coffee matters. A healthy beverage can quickly become less beneficial if it is filled with unnecessary ingredients. The first thing to consider is avoiding heavily flavored and sweetened coffee drinks. Many popular coffee beverages contain large amounts of added sugar, artificial flavors, and processed ingredients. These additions can turn a potentially healthy drink into something that works against your long-term health goals. The second thing to remember is temperature. Drinking extremely hot beverages regularly may increase the risk of damage to the tissues of the esophagus. Very hot liquids can repeatedly irritate the cells lining your throat, creating inflammation and damage over time. A simple solution is to allow your coffee to cool slightly before drinking it. You can still enjoy your coffee while protecting your body. The third consideration is what you add to your coffee. Many people add dairy milk, but some research suggests that dairy fats may interact with certain polyphenols and reduce their absorption. These beneficial plant compounds may become trapped and pass through the digestive system instead of being fully used by your body. If you prefer to lighten your coffee, plant-based options such as almond milk or soy milk can be alternatives because they do not contain the same type of dairy fat. Now, let's move to another food that has a fascinating connection with longevity: yogurt. Yogurt is more than just a breakfast food. It is a fermented food that contains beneficial bacteria, and these microorganisms play an important role in supporting your gut health. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria that influence many aspects of your overall health. A balanced gut microbiome is connected with better metabolism, stronger immune function, reduced inflammation, and improved internal health. Interestingly, one of the earliest scientific ideas connecting food and longevity involved yogurt. A scientist named Elie Metchnikoff, who later received the Nobel Prize, became interested in the long lives of Bulgarian communities. He noticed that many people regularly consumed traditional Bulgarian yogurt and wondered whether the beneficial bacteria in yogurt could contribute to healthier aging. While his original ideas were developed more than a century ago, modern research has continued exploring this connection. Today, studies show that regularly eating yogurt is associated with better health outcomes, including lower risks related to cardiovascular disease and overall mortality. The amount needed is also quite practical. Research suggests that around 1 cup of yogurt per day can provide meaningful benefits. But choosing the right yogurt is important. Look for products that contain live active cultures. These are the beneficial bacteria that can contribute to a healthier gut environment. The best choices are usually plain, whole yogurts rather than heavily sweetened or flavored varieties. Whole yogurt provides valuable nutrients without unnecessary added sugars. If you want to improve the taste, you can add fresh seasonal fruit or a small amount of natural honey, creating a healthier version while still keeping the benefits. The reason yogurt supports healthy aging comes back to the gut. When beneficial bacteria grow and thrive, they produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These compounds help regulate inflammation, support metabolism, improve insulin sensitivity, and strengthen immune function. A healthier gut can influence many systems throughout the body, helping support circulation, healing, and protection against harmful changes. And now, we come to the final food in this longevity-focused group. A food that was once misunderstood but is now recognized as one of nature's most nutrient-rich options. And now, we come to the final food in this longevity-focused group. A food that was once misunderstood but is now recognized as one of nature's most nutrient-rich options: eggs. For many years, eggs were unfairly criticized because they contain cholesterol. During the 1970s, many people believed that eating eggs would automatically increase cholesterol levels and raise the risk of heart problems. but modern research has changed our understanding. Today, eggs are recognized as one of nature's most complete foods because they provide a wide range of important nutrients in a small package. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle strength as we age. Protecting muscle mass is a major part of healthy aging because stronger muscles support mobility, independence, and overall quality of life. Eggs also contain important bioactive compounds, including carotenoids that support eye health and brain function. These nutrients help protect some of the systems that become increasingly important as we get older. Research has also challenged the old belief that eggs are harmful to cardiovascular health. Large population studies have found that people who regularly consume eggs may actually have a lower risk of certain cardiovascular problems. Some studies have shown that eating eggs regularly was associated with a reduced risk of stroke. This is especially meaningful because stroke remains one of the leading causes of disability and death worldwide. Protecting cardiovascular health is one of the most important steps toward maintaining a longer and healthier life. The amount of eggs needed for potential benefits is not excessive. Around 1 egg per day can easily fit into a balanced diet for many people. To get the most nutritional value from eggs, quality and preparation matter. One option is choosing eggs that are omega-3 enriched or pasture-raised, as these may contain higher levels of beneficial fats and nutrients. It is also worth considering how the hens are raised. Healthier living conditions for hens can influence the nutritional quality of the eggs they produce. Supporting better farming practices can be beneficial for both animal welfare and food quality. The way you cook eggs is another important factor. Boiled eggs are one of the simplest and healthiest preparation methods. A hard-boiled egg usually takes around 9 to 12 minutes, while a soft-boiled egg with a slightly runny yolk takes about 6 minutes. If you prefer scrambled or fried eggs, consider using extra virgin olive oil instead of butter. This allows you to combine the benefits of eggs with the beneficial polyphenols found in olive oil while avoiding the additional saturated fat found in butter. Now, when we look at all 5 foods together, extra virgin olive oil, walnuts, coffee, yogurt, and eggs, an important pattern becomes clear. These foods are not powerful because of one single nutrient. Their value comes from the combination of compounds they provide. They support different areas of the body, but they all work toward the same goal, helping you maintain better health as you age. Extra virgin olive oil supports healthy blood vessels and helps regulate inflammation. Walnuts provide healthy fats, fiber, and plant-based nutrients that support metabolism and circulation. Coffee delivers protective polyphenols that support brain health, liver health, and cellular protection. Yogurt helps maintain a healthy gut microbiome, which influences many systems throughout the body. Eggs provide protein and nutrients that help preserve muscle, brain, and eye health. The important lesson is that healthy aging does not require complicated strategies. Small choices repeated consistently can create meaningful changes over time. You do not need to wait until you are older to start caring for your health. Whether you are young, middle-aged, or already enjoying your later years, the foods you choose today can influence how your body functions in the future. A healthy life is built one meal at a time. By choosing foods that nourish your cells, support your organs, and protect your body's natural systems, you give yourself a better chance of not only living longer, but living those years with strength, energy, and independence. If you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more science-based videos about nutrition, healthy aging, and ways to support your body naturally. Share this video with someone who wants to age healthier, and let me know in the comments which of these longevity foods you already include in your daily routine. Your next healthy choice could be the one that helps shape a stronger future.